In today's video, we're going to go on an experience with what seems to be one of the best theme parks in terms of ambience. Tons of voice acting and crazy audio lines. It is a fantasy park, but it packs a punch and does something unique and interesting, and I cannot wait to find out more. So let's do exactly just that. Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Park Spotlight Contest Edition. Today we're looking at Lakeside Fantasy Faire, created by Elegance, and here they say, thank you for the amazing spotlight earlier this year. I had to look this up. I featured them on Granite Cove, and it was absolutely sensational, and they also were in last year's mini park contest. They continue to say, this contest launched right after my feature, so I wanted to go in a different direction and tried a style that is totally new to me, but cliche as heck in the Planko world. Fantasy. As always, my audio files needed for the attractions make sense and feature edited Planko scores as well as original dialogue. I have 4 flat rides, bumper cars, teacups, astronauts, carousel, a chairlift, spinning coaster, cascade, and my big e-ticket attraction, a magic cat theme to Princess Emily with a queue line hedge maze that makes the guests actually use it. There are a number of themed shops, including brand new, larger version of my signature Missy Goods. Every nook and cranny has explorable areas, no TMTK or previous blueprints, and nothing but pathing and terraform outside the border. In fact, you will never be outside the 60x60 since you start inside the hotel. I love this channel and the community and appreciate so much all that you do to keep this game alive and for the continual support you give creators at every level of development. Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you. Appreciate that. Enjoy your day at Lakeside Fantasy Faire, presented by Missy Goods. All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are at the park. Themepark, a hotel and lobby. So this was set to 6:30 p.m. by default. And as you guys would have saw from the B-roll, I did all of the B-roll at daytime. The park looks so amazing at daytime. Like, truly incredible. But that is when you're going for panning shots of the park, you know, bird's eye views and things like that. Generally the case that nighttime lighting isn't as attractive, but once you're on foot level, nighttime lighting does pop a little bit better. Oh, there's your Missy Good shop that you talked about. Very beautiful. Fantastic Hatter. Princess Emily. So you guys know me. I love me some Planko themed stuff. If this is brought to you by Missy Goods, it's already looking very fun for me personally. I wouldn't say this person's catering to my style. They just also like Planet Coaster. So I really, we share a common interest. And I think this is going to be fun for all of us, including myself, or especially myself, because I love this Planko themed stuff. They were talking about fantasy being cliche. As we saw from a few episodes in this bracket, fantasy has been elevated to no longer be cliche, but to be just absolutely monumental. If you take fantasy and put a twist on it, put your own design on it, it really is elevated to one of the best, themes in Planet Coaster. Very beautiful Missy Good shop. I quite like this. I'm assuming you could download this off their workshop. Really nicely done. I guess the more cliche thing would be to do what I like when theme an area around Cosmic Cow or something. But I don't know, because it hasn't really been done enough. When does something become cliche? That's the question, right? I don't know. It's an interesting question. Oh, here we go. Lakeside Fantasy Faire. I think I forgot a shot of this in the B-roll. And in fact, we're going to do this live on video. Wait, oh, you got to set the time to 1 p.m. That's your screenshot right there. Something like that. There we go. So yeah, it looks great at daytime, as you can tell. And we switch it, and it still looks great, but I just love the way the sunlight hits everything. Park map and epic music. Wow, that is a lot of stuff. As I said earlier in the introduction, I was going around taking the B-roll, and I heard voices and crazy audio. As you can tell already, the ambience has been just outstanding. There's some waterfalls, music. There's people talking. There's Princess there, chatting away. See this? I hear something about the gondolas have voice acting on them. Gondolas have voice acting. That's a way to ensure that I don't speed up your gondolas. Can't fast forward a voice. Ruins everything. Oh, that's quite nice. I like that. I love me some Street Fox coffee. See, this is the kind of stuff that I would like to do again. I never tackled fantasy, and one of my things was go, oh, how do I make, you know, a Street Fox coffee interesting in sci-fi? That's what I did back in the day, and I would make a rocket ship, and it was like rocket-fueled coffee, powered by, you know, Foxy coffee, and I'd find these like interesting ways to make extreme elements, and I thought, like, how would I do that for fantasy? And I did do some brainstorming, but never started the series. And I thought, like, Cosmic Cow could be like a fantasy farm, and they're like milking the cows and making milkshakes out of it. And then you have the slaughterhouse right next to it, where they're taking the cows and turning them into beef patties. There's some fun ideas with fantasy, but what do you do for coffee? You just make a quaint little cozy coffee shop, I guess, out of fantasy pieces, and you call it a day. Unless I could come up with some interesting theme where they're growing the coffee beans in a little field. I did that for Dragon Quest builders, and it turned out really nicely. People loved that episode. Alright, some bumper cars there with nobody going on them. Cask and Cleaver. Did we go in here already? I don't know anymore. Monsieur Fritz. Yeah, Monsieur Fritz is gonna be a nice one. You do a potato farm. That's pretty much all of them. They would be all farms. With fantasy, with sci-fi, you can really push things to the next level in terms of like creative designs on a Planko build. So here we go, like a Grand Princess Emily's castle, looking very Disney-like. In fact, I do want to look at this at daytime. I'm just gonna switch between 6:30 and 1:30, and let's just see how that goes. All the employees are walking around in purple. Looks like you got a bit of a purple theme going on here. The royal table.
Hello, my loyal subjects. I am Princess Amelie of Planconia.
Planconia!
Slowly to the first available magic cat. Once seated, the lap one.
Where's she talking to me from?
It's because of the enchanting copyright infringement and majestic licensing laws.
The enchanting copyright infringement.
Hello, my loyal subjects.
Loyal subjects.
Amelie of Planconia.
I don't know why I love that so much. My loyal subjects. You know what? I know why. Speaking of Dragon Quest builders, I don't know why this made a double appearance in my brain here today, but they would use that line in the game, and I started calling all the viewers loyal subjects. Come, my loyal subjects.
Amelie of Planconia.
I had a lot of fun with that. Oh. Wait, is this the queue?
Where you will experience
How the hell do you get in here? Oh, what? What? Are you out of your mind? Oh, the entrance is like completely on the other side. So that's a little confusing. You go into the royal table, but the queue's actually not even in there.
Even quicker.
Look at this build. This looks incredible. Look at Riche doing its work. Makes good builds even better depending on how much detail they have.
To my obscure
the current wait time is 45 minutes. Oh boy, this is going to be a long video. Grab your ticket.
Don't look into the eyes of
The voice acting's amazing. I love this zaniness. Are you making me do this? Alright, thank God. There's a shortcut. Is this the fast pass?
and enjoy your enchanted ride.
I do like hedge mazes, but those have become too cliche. Seat 2. Wait, is that right? Seat 2.
Please walk slowly to the first available magic cat.
Okay.
Once seated, the lap bar will lower automatically.
All right.
Please keep your...
Okay, looks like the time of day switched. Now they said seat 2. Off we go.
Hello, my loyal subjects. I am Princess Amelie of Planconia. Welcome aboard your magic cat, where you will experience all of my favorite obscure fairy tales. If you're wondering why you've never heard of these before, it's because of the enchanted copyright infringement and majestic licensing laws. Our first story is called Windows to the Soul, and it happened long ago in an underground kingdom without any light. One day, the local carpenter's apprentice built magic windows to bring light into the kingdom. Ooh! Sadly, once the villagers could see each other, they decided they would be better off in permanent darkness.
I'm smiling ear to ear.
The end. Whee!
This is amazing.
This brings us to a tale as old as time itself. One day there was a powerful and mighty witch who had a severe rat problem, and no amount of tattered draperies, floating books, possessed furniture, undead skeletons, creepy gargoyles, or fog machines could make them go away. Ooh. So she sold her house and moved to Miami. The end. In the land of pirates and scoundrels, one name would instill fear into the hearts of the bravest soldiers. Oh, we can't get him because of aforementioned copyright laws. So here is our substitute, Captain Lockjaw.
Thank you, Princess, for the wonderful introduction. I have sailed every sea in all 4 corners of the globe, which makes zero geometrical sense. But I'm a sailor and a scoundrel, not a theorist or mathematician. If ye be brave enough, I will share the tale of Shark Treasure, where hundreds of years ago a fortune in pirate riches was buried beneath the ocean floor, and now is defended by an impenetrable wall of man-eaten sharks. Arrgh. I guess that's the whole story. Stay away is what I be saying. They eat people. No treasure is worth that.
This is so good.
I mean, seriously, stay away.
Thank you, Captain, for that riveting tale. Hey, through these doors is the fable of the Temple of the Dark Swamp, where tourists unknowingly set off an array of deadly booby traps by simply ignoring all the warnings to not touch the gems. I'm sure none of you would ever do that. Just in case, watch out for the deadly scorpions of ridiculously unrealistic sizes, as well as volcanic boulders. Oh. And of course, ceiling spikes.
The gem thing was a callback to
I hope you kept your heads down.
The last creation they made. I love that.
Whee! Finally, we conclude with the only story that we have acquired licensing for. Da-da-da. 77 years ago, in the magical land of New York City, a famous Ghostbuster thought into existence a giant and terrifying marshmallow man who haunts us to this very day. Oh, hey, you can see him lurking just to the left of our ride vehicle.
I was getting a little bit worried.
Please don't make eye contact, or very bad things can happen. Like wrecking balls falling from the sky.
We have not acquired licensing for Ghostbusters. Frontier has. Well, you get a copyright strike if you use the Ghostbusters music. So there's an option in game to turn it off.
Lakeside Fantasy Fair. I hope you had a magical and enchanting journey.
I certainly did. Thank you, Princess.
Please remain seated in your magic cat until the ride comes to a complete stop at our boarding station. Da-da-da-da-da. And remember, don't look into the eyes of the Marshmallow Man or violate any copyright laws.
Well done. Well done.
Keep your hands
Amazing.
And enjoy your
I was
enchanted
saying in their
ride.
Granite Cove, I think it was called, that this voice actor used reminds me a lot of Chant, like Chant's little sister or cousin or something. Very similar cadence. I'd say yeah, a little bit of a jokester, like Chant is, and I was saying that we need to somehow get these two ladies together for a collab. It would confuse the heck out of everybody in the community, and so much fun. And while you say like we just talked about fantasy with a twist, and I think that's exactly this. And it's also Planko with a twist. You know, if you would have just you added all these funny little touches to things, especially in the voice acting. It's somewhat not Planko anymore. It's your own twist on Planko. You know what I mean? And I really love that. So it's you could have gone very, very generic, very, very cliche. I think this is new and innovative. That was a really good dark ride. It was very entertaining. Many times throughout this contest, we've seen people just do a dark ride. There's been a few exceptions for sure. There's been a few. So if you're watching this, you're going, but mine was pretty good. Yeah, but there has also been some pretty, like, you know, quiet rides that didn't have much ambience, that didn't have anything like that. While that ride may not have been visually the most spectacular dark ride, it was just entertaining through and through and through. The visuals were just what they needed to be, and they were timed perfectly to the audio cues. And the whole thing was entertaining front to back. So sometimes you don't need to just like visually overload people to make a good ride. What is this? This looks incredible. So yeah, again.
Hello, everybody. I am the fantastic Hannah. I'm certainly not mad. Enter your giant teacup only when instructed to do so. To spin faster for a truly fantastic tea party, just grab the center wheel and give it a spin.
Incredible.
I've had too many confections from the so I will be sitting this one out. Stay seated and have a fantastic tea party.
Wow, you timed that perfectly when he's just and then it starts. Wow. I'm super impressed by all of this. I gotta say, I need to give a shout out to whoever did that pirate voice, the Captain Lockjaw. That was incredible. Really well done. I wish I could do a pirate voice like that. My God, that was good. Same with the Princess Emily. This Mad Hatter, incredible. I can see the characters in my mind. You're really doing something unique here.
Faster for a truly fantastic tea party.
I am so impressed. And this is not pandering to things that I like. This is definitely doing something unique. This is not just Plankoville anymore. This is something different, for sure.
This much since I was a press secretary.
Malice in Wonderland. So good. This is really sensational. And this is what I've said time and time again, you guys, throughout this contest.
Hello,
and just theme parks in general. 500 episodes.
Spinning coaster. I am your host with the most, serving you tea and toast on this fantastically frantic ride.
Is
Keep
it?
your hands, arms, feet, legs, and hats inside at all times. And be prepared for some very intense feelings in your tummy.
Okay.
A nice leisurely drop.
Oh my God.
I'm a little teacup. Wait, if I'm the teacup, what are you guys sitting in? I used to think the world was topsy-turvy, but then I realized I had my glasses on upside down.
I'm not getting a chance to finish my
Is
thoughts.
anybody else a little warm? Oh, I'm sitting in tea. Has anybody seen a Yeti around here? He was supposed to give me disco lessons. You can see some wonderful scenery on your left, your right, your left, your right, your left, your right. Oh, okay, we're spinning around. Wait, we're spinning around? Oh no! Round and round we go! Where we stop, only the programmer knows. I haven't spun this much since I was a press secretary for the Queen of Hearts!
Oh my god.
Is anybody else getting nauseous? Whoever built this thing must have been mad.
I need to get out of here so I can finish my thought.
Arms, feet, legs, and hands.
Everywhere we go in this park, we have, like, audio entertainment. That's what I was saying with the introduction. I was hearing this stuff everywhere that I put the camera. To finish my previous thought, I was trying to get out saying, doesn't audio immersion make a difference? And I've said this time and time again, when it's just dead silent and I have to rant in order to keep things entertaining, it makes things less fun. Everyone has to listen to me. and I gotta come up with things to talk about. I can't even get a word in this experience. And I thought for a second, this is nice. I just get to be a guest and listen and enjoy and laugh and smile ear to ear. And that is what has been happening throughout this experience. Nothing but smiles, nothing but laughs, nothing but great audio design. And it adds theming. Like, I can visualize the Mad Hatter. Maybe you could have built him out of basic shapes so we actually get a true visual. Maybe I missed that, I don't know. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day, because I'm getting a sense of imagination as I'm experiencing these experiences. That was just so cool to go on a spinning ride and have it narrated so perfectly. We're spinning now, left and right and left and right. It was amazing. I love that character. Same with the princess and the pirate, Captain Lockjaw. It's so good. Like, this is gotta have some sort of award for best audio design. Bitter Elegance coming through again. If you guys have not seen, what was it, Granite Cove or whatever, it was one of my favorite parks of last year. I will put a link in the description below. If you're having any fun with this at all, you'll have just as much fun with Granite Cove. And it's not a mini park, it's a full end-to-end mega park. Or maybe not mega park, but it's a good sized park. It's huge. So, yeah, you're going to enjoy that. If you're having fun here, Bitter Elegance knows how to do it right. And I just want more of this. Why is it that only Bitter Elegance has delivered sound quality immersion parks out of the 5,000 members and creators that we've seen on this show over the last 5 years? I do not know. And I hope people take some inspiration from this. Maybe we can get Bitter Elegance to... we could contract them to help you guys with voice acting in the future.
And legs inside at all times.
Okay.
Do not touch the door. It will close automatically. Thank you.
Is this the place we're supposed to get on? I think they said something like front bumper. That's the best experience. This is where we got on, right? The gondolas can often be confusing. I don't hear anything. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh. Something happened? We lost audio. No. I'm gonna go back a train. I'm a little confused by this because I don't think you can have audio on this. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna ride it all the way through, and we'll see what happens. If there's no audio, there's no audio. But yeah, something strange is going on.
Please walk slowly to the first available gondola. Once you are seated, please keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside at all times. And do not touch the door. It will close automatically. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. All right. There's no audio on this, unfortunately. It would probably be pretty difficult to put speakers throughout all of this and keep it entertaining. A bit unfortunate in that regards. Because now it's just a standard gondola when all your other rides have just been mind-blowing. And now we got that awkward silence again. I think you could have managed to put speakers there, but can't knock it because you've made everything else so exceptional. I think it's that contrast though, right? Because everything is so audibly insane and throughout all the other rides in the park that when you get to this, you feel the difference. Whereas in other parks, you're like, yeah, this is kind of like everywhere else. You don't really notice it as much. So now you set the expectations so high. That's your own fault. Still, beautiful gondola. Spinny coaster was the best spinny coaster I've ever been on. Incredible. And it really was good. Like going through the mountain like that, all these little spots that pop in and out. Really, really nice. It really does feel like some sort of Alice in Wonderland type of creation. It's really nutty. And yet you called it like Plankoville, sponsored by Missy Goods. So far, Missy Goods is just the shop at the beginning. I wonder if we're gonna actually get like a voice-acted Missy Goods. I gotta tell you that whatever you've done here has left me wanting more. Like it, I cannot wait for another bitter Elegance creation, and I cannot wait for the rest of the community to start doing more voice acting throughout their creations. So yeah, I'm gonna be pushing through here to see what... Oh, does this just go back the way we came? That's right, it doesn't actually circle, it just reverses. Okay, so then we're done, if I did this right. Yeah, we're not using it as a transport ride because I want to actually navigate the park myself. So let's get our way out of here. Oh, what's this? Cosmic Cow ice cream. Oh, a little freezer here. All right. Okay, so that's the sky gondolas. Maybe you actually need to take the gondolas in this park. I don't know. This was the Fantastic Hatters? I think you do. In that case, we're gonna just like fly through the gondolas here and get off at the next station. I don't know, that brings you back around. Okay, there's a ride hidden in here somewhere. Let's find it. Aha, the boat tour, Nautilus Cove. Ooh. I'm taking the fast pass. Doesn't seem very fast.
All of these wonderful beasts.
Or maybe. Oh, I'm excited. Their boat ride was like the biggest, craziest boat ride of all time in Granite Cove. It was so well done. But this time it doesn't seem to be a boat ride, but instead a water cascade coaster, 1,129 meters in length. So it's gonna be a doozy. Did they say front bumper anywhere or what to do? I'm just gonna pick front bumper. Seems like the right choice here.
Sure hope they remember to turn off the booby traps. I'd be mighty pleased to see that you made it through. Behind these gates is Jonathan, our oldest and most friendliest of all of our dragons.
That's me. I'm Jonathan. If anyone didn't know that, that is my real name.
He just wants to give you a kiss. It's all fun and games until the ice kraken appears.
The ice kraken is the deadliest of foes. The only thing that can protect us is the mighty fire of the dragon.
Our next dragon is not so friendly. Maybe stay back a bit.
Make sure you visit the gift.
Well, we've not seen any ice kraken in quite a while. If a dragon's nostrils turn to flame, oh boy, you better watch out.
Folks, you have my sincerest apologies, but we must cut this tour short. Ice Kraken have been spotted dead ahead. We need to get you out of here as quickly as possible. We're almost out. As long as the ice kraken is not frozen over the next part of our voyage, everything will be fine. We're in trouble, folks. Our boat is about to become a sled. Ha ha! It looks like they melted us a path all the way home. I do believe I spoke too soon. Stay very, very quiet. This is the most dangerous part of the voyage. Every inch has been frozen over by the deadly ice kraken. Look out! Our dragons are hopelessly outnumbered by this family of fearsome ice kraken. If this be the end, at least we don't have to give you a refund! Ha ha! That was just a wee baby kraken. Nothing to be afraid of.
Make sure you visit the gift shop on your way out. We took a mighty fine photo of you running from the kraken.
This is so good. It's inspiring me in so many ways. It's just it's so good that it's a shame that we can't have more. You know, that there's a limited amount of attractions allowed in the mini park contest. We've seen a whole feature for Captain Lockjaw right there. An appearance in the Princess Emily ride. We had a Princess Emily ride. And then the Mad Hatter's like not really in Planko. Maybe what you could have done is had like Professor Worst or something. And but he's an interesting character nonetheless. But now I'm wanting a Missy Goods ride. I'm wanting a Chief Beef ride, a hot dog dude ride. You know, it's just so good. It leaves you wanting more. Let's flip it back to daytime here. Did I miss anything? I have to check this ride list. The Tea Party, Malice in Wonderland was the spinning coaster. We saw the carousel, or did we? I mean, there it is. We may have passed by it. The rides are kind of propped up. This is the Flyaway Flat Ride, nestled up there. I kind of missed it, but there it is. We saw the bumper cars. We just rode the boat tour. We did the gondolas, and then the fairy tales. We kind of did the main attraction first, but that really set the pace. It's just, most people's retention falls off in the first 5-10 minutes of a video, if not sooner, the first 10 seconds when they hear my voice. But yeah, that's a good way to start things off with that ride there. So well done. Like I said, I love everything about this. It's elevated fantasy. I don't think there's anything cliche about this in the sense that you elevated this, much like the previous fantasy builders. You've all done incredible jobs making fantasy feel and look unique. This is not traditional Planko fantasy anymore. And even though it takes the theme of Planko itself by integrating the actual characters, you've elevated them to something that Frontier has never even done. You know, you made them your own. You've personalized them even more. We got to know a little bit more about Captain Lockjaw, Princess Emily, you know, and even this Mad Hatter character. Oh, I guess the Mad Hat character does make sense because Hat's fantastic. Right. He's the Fantastic Hatter. Right. The Fantastic Hatter. Oh, derp. I was so stuck on thinking about Alice in Wonderland that I was like, why this seem like it doesn't fit here? It does fit. Oh, that's great. And there's so many more characters to explore in this Planko universe. This is great. Mr. Hatter fantastic, so good. Princess, we got to hear a little bit more of her personality. Your voice actors, whoever you get to do these, are just perfect. It didn't feel awkward. It didn't feel out of place. It felt very fitting. You know, Captain Lockjaw's just a grand performance. I think you used him in your last creation there. Again, there'll be a link in the description below for Granite Cove. Bitter Elegance coming out and doing sound design to the whole new level. You know, like I said, we talked about sound design not being utilized enough, and when it is, it's just tremendous. Every single ride and attraction felt so much more immersive having that voice acting. Other than the gondolas, I feel like you should have just gotten rid of the gondolas and done something else, because you are left wanting more. You said it's sponsored by Missy Goods, and I feel a little bit ripped off that we didn't get a Missy Goods ride. We got a beautiful shop there. I want to know and hear what Missy Goods sounds like, and it's left me wanting more. It's left me curious, but that is a good thing, not a critique, not a disappointment in any way, even though I said I felt ripped off. I don't really mean that though. It was so well done. Yeah, this is like the best sound design that we've seen throughout the whole contest so far. Bitter Elegance knows how to do it right. And like, look at this as a composition. This looks like a mega park, fantasy park. It takes fantasy to a whole new level. Again, like very unique build styles, very masterful quality builds. The terrain is just super unique. Like if you look at some of these compositions, they leave you wowed and awe-inspired here. You did a great job with even the exterior terrain outside of the park, even cleverly getting just the corner of the park here so you get that waterfall without actually going outside of the border. It's just really well constructed. I love everything about this. You chose Planet Coaster, but you also chose fantasy, but then you made it your own. This is not just, hey, we got themed Planko land. Like, this is really, really elevated. I love it. Absolutely love it. You got me inspired. You got me wanting more. So give it up for Bitter Elegance in the comments, you guys. What did you think? Did you love it just as much as I did? Am I biased? I don't really know. Everyone should love Planet Coaster and the characters by now. And when you elevate them like this, they make it so much more lovable. So I think you just brought out the best in Planet Coaster, and that is my personal opinion. I'd love to hear what you guys think of your own opinion on this in the comments down below. That was Lakeside Fantasy Faire, and that's going to do it for me in today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.